benchforwhopperohyeah.com. We're looking at how to create a cool little piston thing. Here is my new house renovations, and the thing about my house is there's living spaces upstairs, but all the storage is kept downstairs. So how do you get down there? You push this little button here, you watch the floor, and the whole thing opens up into this underground lair. It's very, very cool, and you can walk down this staircase. No jumping required. You can walk just as easily straight up and hit the button to close it, and you'll see it closes nice and quickly here, and there's no signs whatsoever that it was here. So we'll jump over into creative mode so it's a bit easier to see what we're doing and show you how it's actually all put together. We're here in creative mode, and we're going to have a quick look at some of the theory behind redstone and pistons. What we've got here is redstone wire going into a block, into a torch. We also got it going into 2 repeaters, that's also going into a block. These repeaters are set to 4 ticks each. And when we hit the switch, alright, you hear it, it comes down, and it goes up. But when we actually turn this line off, you'll notice that it actually has a delay. So it's very instantaneous there, but when we have it, it has a delay. And it's because this is actually still active and prevented this torch from going on while this one is still off. And what that allows us to do is actually control an output of a delay of an output according to when this goes on, according to whether it is going on or off. And so that's really important for things like double pistons. What we've got here, a row of 4 repeaters, each set to 1 tick. We've also got one which is 1 repeater set to 4 ticks, so they both equal the same amount of ticks. And hitting this, it seems like nothing's at all different. But given a short enough delay, you'll notice the one on the left is actually far more responsive than the one on the right. This is a way of making sure that some things happen quicker than others, even if they have the same amount of tick amount. Here we have what's called a T flip-flop. Now, if you were building this without pistons, it would probably take up 3 by 7 by 8. This thing here, though, is far, far, far smaller and far, far easier to build. You've got a redstone torch underneath a block. It's being moved around by 2 normal pistons. Above it, you have 2 blocks with a redstone torch on each, and the redstone wire is currently active. Now, if a redstone wire, though, currently wasn't active, it would actually take a bit of a delay in order for it to do that. So the idea is having it with a torch, inverting the signal so it was always on. And also it means that wherever the torch is keeping it on, you can send additional sends into it to be able to control it a lot easier from multiple locations as well. So if we have a look now at the actual 4x4 piston floor door, we have this particular layout. If you count the slabs, they're laid out 4, 6, 6 and 4. You can see that is actually the pistons as they are arranged from a top-down view. Over here we've got 4 single ones, same as here, it's actually all mirrored. We've got 2, then 4 in the middle row, then 4 in the bottom row, and we've actually got 2 facing up. And on here is actually where we place our wall pieces. Now come over here, we're going to actually focus on this particular section, as it is the most complicated and most convoluted with all the different pistons that are going around, and we're going to have a look. Now here we're going to be using the iron blocks to represent where our input is. The blue wool represents the circuit for this particular section. Now we have a signal coming in here. It's going to go up and into a redstone torch. We also have a signal coming here through a repeater coming around, going up into another repeater. This is set to 4 ticks, also going into the torch. And there's a block here to stop it getting confused, so it's always going to go into this in order to control it. This will be recognized, if you were watching just a moment ago, as being one of those circuits that we can actually control the timing of according to whether it's going on or off. Over here we have these blocks going into the bottom, and they'll be controlling part of the bottom section. They're set to 4 and 3 and 4 and 3. And the redstone wire comes around to these front blocks, and you'll notice these are the only ones where there's a difference. This one has 4 and 3 and it comes off from here. The other one needs to compensate for that redstone repeater there, so it's on 4 and 2. Now if we come around here, you'll see our torch has come up, it's going in and powering these 2, and they're set to 4 and 3 as well, and they're just pushing through to these redstone repeaters here. Not redstone repeaters, sorry, redstone torches. Then on top of that, we have an output. So this output's driven by these 2 torches. And that goes in as 2 and 2 into the blocks on top. And they also come around for 1 and 1 to get the same amount, doing the sides. And if we hit this, you'll see they push out. Now they're only going to push out. We're not powering these bottom ones, we're just simply arranging them. But it is taking care of one of the major things, which is retracting everything. So you'll notice that these two turn on at the same time. When they turn off, this one turns off first, that one turns off second. And what that allows us to do is actually retract everything that needs to be retracted in order for us to get a nice flush wall at the end. So that's how that is laid out. So we come over here, we're going to be adding these blue sections now, and what they're going to be doing is actually controlling these two pistons that get pushed out all the way over here. You'll notice this one's set to 1 tick and this one's set to 4 tick. The reason for that is it gets 1 tick from this redstone torch, it gets another tick from there, gets another tick from this redstone torch, and plus the final tick here. So we're compensating so both actually go on at the same time. You'll also notice that we've shifted our input from over here to actually over here, and the inverter doing the controlling. Now why is this line on and this line's off, and this is all off? And why doesn't this need one of those delay circuits for sequencing? You see it goes on and then everything pushes up. They go off and everything retracts. Now what's happening here is these go on. These are always the first ones on, but there's nothing for them to actually turn on until these actually get pushed out. By the time they're actually pushed out, they're in the position where they need to be pushed up anyway, and so that takes care of that, and then they will turn off. The very first thing that gets turned off, so all the blocks get pulled down before they can be retracted. And so that's a very, very easy way in order to get that worked out. Now, remember, there's one on one of these sides. What about the other side? Well, in fact, it looks exactly the same. And these two redstone wires link up here, this redstone wire links up here, and everything is A-okay. It all works fine, and if you can build one side, you can build the other. Alright, we're going to come over here to the green section. Green section, we've added these 4. So remember, there's the 6 sections here from the top down, and there's other 4 sections on either side in order to push in. Now the green section, very, very easy. It just links up to this blue section here. So it comes over 3, goes up 1, and these are all set to 2. Comes down again, so your signal can come in from either side, so in case one fails, you accidentally do something, the other side will still work. Same here. Very, very, very easy. Now we're going to hit the input, and you'll see they all push in. So you can see where the inside, the outer ring comes from. It comes from the outer bits, outside bits. So the green section allows us to bring in the rest of the top, so the whole thing gets filled up. If we come over here, the orange section, you'll remember it was our T flip-flop. We've added it now, so instead of having to hit this lever all the time, we can actually just push a button. You'll see here we've got a redstone torch underneath our blocks, our pistons, our other blocks, and here's our inverter, so this is always active, and then we've got 2 different lines going in to be able to turn this off in order for us to have a control from both above and while we're in there. We've also changed this from glass into actually stone brick now, so we can have an idea what it looks like. We've added a stair around the outer bit so we can get an idea what it looks like, and if we hit the button, that's what it looks like when it's all closed. The other thing we have added is there's a redstone repeater here, and also there's this nice little pushy sticky piston with part of the stair on it. The reason for that is what we'll show you right now. It's all well and good having a big hole, but how do you get into it? Well, we've added a staircase here on top of this block here, and what we then can do is add 2 half slabs. They're important to have these half slabs because the half slabs won't transfer signals. Put it like that. There, 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 and now I can walk up and easily get down, and you can continue this staircase around if you wish, or it can just lead to a ladder, whatever is easiest for you, or whatever you really want to do with it. But if you push it, you'll see, alright, it closes up very, very quickly, but it also now, with this configuration, and you'll see with these cyan blocks, we've just added or rerouted this redstone just around so we can go into this other redstone repeater, and it's set to 2, the same as everything else. And that will push forward to hide the staircasey bit so we can actually go in. You'll notice it's coming out from here, it's coming out from here, it's coming out from here, and it's coming out from here. and we're having no issues with it closing up, even considering the fact that I've got this staircase going up. And this staircase also means that I can get all the way out without having to jump once, which is some of the issues that you can find with a number of these sort of piston doors which actually go down. Is alright, this is all well and good, but I'm stuck, I need to be able to jump. This, no, it's all nice and smooth, I can walk down, I can go back up. Very, very easy to build, very, very cool. And that's it. And it's also quite compact. So that is how to build a 4x4 floor door little piston thing. If you want to see anything else, check out whopperohyeah.com, forums, server features, all that there. My name is Bench, and until next time, bye for now.